What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. Yes, that's right, talking NFL because NFL season is approaching very quickly, okay? And so it's time to deep dive into the NFL, and I'm bringing you guys the first video in my series of NFL division winners. So basically going to make 8 videos for you guys with every division and breaking down every team in the division and just talking about each team and my prediction for who wins every division. So gonna hopefully get that to you guys as soon as possible and put those videos out as quickly as I can. So I'm gonna be doing my best on that. But with that being said, let's get started. I don't want to waste any more time. We're gonna be starting with the NFC, and I'm gonna be starting with the NFC East. So let's get into it. So let's start with the Dallas Cowboys because we can't talk about the NFC East unless we talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So with the Dallas Cowboys, we had a very interesting off-season with a lot of players, you know, getting in trouble with the law and whatnot. But this is still America's team, right, folks? Jerry Jones loves it. But with that being said, let's really dive into it. With the Cowboys, everybody knows it's about the offensive line. It's about Ezekiel Elliott, and it's about Dak Prescott. Okay, so this offense is still obviously high-powered. You still have Des Bryant. You have Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley, Jason Witten is coming back. Of course, you have Zeke Elliott, and you have Dak Prescott. Zeke Elliott is a question mark, folks, okay, because of his incident in the offseason with domestic violence and with punching a guy at the bar and whatever else was reported with Ezekiel Elliott. There's a chance he could be suspended, which is going to be a huge loss for the Cowboys, okay? Even though I believe they have Darren McFadden, he is not no Ezekiel Elliott. So for Zeke Elliott, if he's out for 1 game, 2 games, 6 games, it's going to be a huge, huge loss for the Dallas Cowboys, and one that I don't think they can recover well from. Talking about Dak Prescott a little bit here, I think defenses have a whole year of tape on Dak. They're going to zone in on him more, and they're going to be able to know what his tendencies are better than last year when he was just a rookie. Do I think he's going to have a bad year? No, but I do think he's not going to have as great of a year as people expect Dak to have, okay? So, but in the end, this offense is still going to be great. They have too many weapons on offense. But let's talk about the other side of the ball, okay? Let's talk about the defense, okay, and that's secondary, okay? They lost 7 starters on defense, especially their 2 starting cornerbacks in Morris Claiborne and Brandon Carr. And yeah, you can say whatever you want about them, that they weren't that good, but they were still starters at the end of the day, and the Cowboys really didn't address their defense all too much. So their defense that was average last year is just got worse this year. So for that reason, don't like the Cowboys that much. I have them going 10-6 this next season as opposed to 13-3. Next up, let's talk about the New York Football Giants, who I believe have the best wide receiving core in the NFL, bar none. You're talking about OBJ, Brandon Marshall, who they added, Sterling Shepard, who's going to enter second year, tight end rookie that they drafted, Evan Ingram, okay? This is going to be a stout receiving core. Eli has mad weapons this year. Their running game is weak, yes. Rashad Jennings is out. Paul Perkins is their new running back, so their run game is going to be weak, but I think they should just throw it all the time because of the weapons that they have on the outside. You're talking about 2 #1 receivers in OBJ and Brandon Marshall, okay, and not to mention this defense is still stout from last season. They had the best defense in the division last season, and it didn't get worse, okay? They still have all their defensive studs, and now this offense is able to match up to this defense. If Eli Manning has even a decent season, the Giants will be fine. I have them winning this division at 11-5. I love the Giants this year. I think they're going to go to the playoffs for sure. Of course, I have them winning the division. They will go to the playoffs if they win the division. But with that being said, I think Eli has a big year, and I think this offense is going to show that it is high power. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who also had a decent offseason. They did add a lot of pieces. They added Alshon Jeffrey from the Bears, Torrey Smith from the 49ers. They added LeGarrette Blount to their backfield. So a lot of good, solid weapons for rookie, well now second-year quarterback Carson Wentz, who had a great start last season and then sort of fizzled out when teams got tape on him. And so I'm going to probably say the same thing about Wentz that I said about Dak, where teams now have a year of tape on Carson Wentz, so it's hard to say that he's going to have a phenomenal season. Of course, he has another year of experience under his belt, but the fact that they added so many weapons around Carson Wentz to help him, I mean, you're talking about Alshon Jeffrey, who's a top 10, I believe, wide receiver in the NFL. He's got certainly the talent to be. And you're talking about, you have Jordan Matthews as well. So they have great receivers on the outside, which is going to help Carson Wentz. LeGarrette Blount is a bruiser in the backfield. That's going to help him out a lot. You still got Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham up front on the defensive side of the ball. Their secondary is a bit shaky, but overall, a very solid team. I have them finishing 8-8. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but I think they will progress farther this year with Carson Wentz. And finally, we have the Washington Redskins, who it feels now they have been negotiating with Kirk Cousins for the past 20 years to get a contract, and they still can't, okay? He gets franchised again. But with that being said, the Redskins did not have a great offseason. They lost some key pieces. They lost Deshaun Jackson. They lost Pierre Garçon. So less options in the receiving core. Of course, they did add Terrell Pryor, who had a great season with the Browns last year. So he's going to probably be their #1 receiver along with Jamison Crowder. Oh, I don't know about that, okay? Especially in this division with a lot of good receiving cores with the Giants and the Eagles. So they're weak there. Rob Kelly is a running back. He's probably the worst or second worst running back in this division. They fired their GM. So it's just been an unstable offseason for the Redskins. There's no stability with this organization. They've been a mess. And I feel like they're going to have a mess of a year, okay? I don't see the Redskins having a great season. I think they finished dead last in this division at 5-11. I think Kirk Cousins is unmotivated just because the Redskins, in his eyes, feel like they keep disrespecting him but by not giving him the money that he wants. And so I think the bottom falls out for this team, Jay Gruden and company. I don't like the Redskins this year. I think they go 5-11, and they are the last place team in this division. So there you have it, folks, the preview for the NFC East division. I have the Giants, I have the Cowboys, I have the Eagles, and then I have the Redskins. So there you have it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching for more NFL videos.